Welcome back, my sweet friends. I have missed you dearly. I'm so sorry for not being able to show up last week. I am barely able to show up today. This is week 3 of me being in one of my worst flare ups that I've had this year. My most recent was a few months ago that resulted in a hospital admission. And so we were sort of back in the same territory this round with a lot of neurological symptoms. So we definitely just kept an eye on things, and I'm still not feeling very clear or cognitively or physically functional, but I am outside. I'm able to be upright. This is going to be a very limited outdoor outing, just because if I'm upright for too long, I get the buildup of the pressure in my neck and my base of my skull, and it's been radiating all the way to the top of my head, which is when we know it's hit its worst. So I am trying to just take it easy. I have basically been horizontal since the last time that you saw me. I spent a lot of time in bed. I have not been able to shower. Meals have been very limited. I've been pulling things from my freezer to kind of get us through. I finally ordered groceries today for the first time in like 2 weeks, so I'm feeling great about that. Um, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of pop on and give you a little bit of an update before we move into this is a morning routine that I actually recorded a couple of weeks ago, but I was unable to finish it just with how severe my flare was. So I'm going to walk you through my morning routine and just share a little bit about what's been going on in my world. So let's dive in. So, on top of the flare that I've been in over these last couple of weeks, one of my main specialists on my team, I think I've shared a little bit about her sort of over my journey with, her wanting to overemphasize my anxiety and hyperfixate on me being overweight, which I am not. Kind of came to a head this week, and I ended up having to discontinue my therapeutic relationship with her. Basically, what happened was I'm having a lot of trouble transitioning to Cobra insurance. And so my insurance has been inactive, and I've been trying to move my appointments. I have to kind of do this day by day. They are trying to submit like an urgent reinstatement, but hasn't gone through yet. And so I've had to cancel and reschedule a lot of my appointments. And this particular doctor is the one who told me that doctors are overutilizing GLP-1s these days and to never let anybody put me on one. And then a handful of visits later, she continued to emphasize me being overweight, and she said that my cardiologist and her talked, and my cardiologist would like to put me on a GLP-1. And so when I met with my cardiologist, she said, absolutely not. I didn't have that conversation. That wouldn't be my recommendation. You're not overweight. I'm not concerned about your weight. Your blood pressure spikes in the middle of the day are related to your POTS. We think I actually might have hyperadrenergic and neuropathic POTS. So that just, really sort of struck a chord with me. So it was that piece. Plus, I have been asking for a neuroimmunology referral for almost a full year now. I have requested it in writing. I have requested it verbally during our appointments. And she just kind of continued to skirt around that, and she continued to send me to general neurologists, which are not what I need. I need a specialist who can look at the autoimmune components, the inflammatory slash immune components, the small fiber neuropathy, and everything else that I have going on. And she refused to give me that referral, and then tried to gaslight me and say that I was already seeing a neuroimmunologist, and if I wasn't happy, she could refer me to a different one. And enough was enough for me. I was feeling incredibly anxious heading into these doctor's appointments. And so it wasn't worth it for me anymore. And so I messaged my cardiologist the same day and asked for a neuroimmunology referral. She had it submitted within 45 minutes. And I've already scheduled with the neuroimmunologist. Definitely not what you need on top of a severe flare, but I think this was one of those moments where I truly had to figure out what is in my best interest and what's going to be best for me, and continuing to have her coordinate my care was not beneficial to me. So that was not a fun situation, but I did immediately feel significant relief, and I am not worried about my care trailing off or, not being able to get access to the right resources that I need. So, in addition to that, I still have to do my lumbar puncture, which I'm going to wait for the neuroimmunologist so that she can make some recommendations for what she thinks is going to be best there. And then I also have a neurocognitive evaluation, and I need to do a repeat 72-hour EEG. So, all of that's coming down the pipeline. I'm really hoping to get some solid rest this weekend so that I can come back next week with a video that feels more authentically like me. I appreciate your guys' love and support and understanding, and emphasizing that rest is the most important thing that I could have been doing. So, thank you guys for that. And thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me through all of these ups and downs. And I hope that you have a phenomenal weekend. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you on Monday and also with a new video next weekend. Love you guys.